Well, howdy people, welcome back to our third matchup of the day. It's gonna be DreamEaters against Team Spirit. We're seeing a bit of a trend here, right? We saw QBFire play 2 games, now we're seeing Team Spirit play their second game here, and I'm not sure what to expect from them on Overpass. I will admit, Mirage was pretty much it was not a good showing from their part. It was quite awful, so to speak, so I do hope Overpass is gonna be a bit better. DreamEaters, not sure what to expect from this side. Hey, Float Original. I mean, talking about music choice, I honestly don't know what sort of music one should be putting on the stream. I mean, mostly people will be putting that whoop whoop dubstep sort of thing. I don't really like dubstep. I mean, it's no copyright, sure, but I don't know. I mean, I found this sort of chill music playlist. Hope that's not that big of an issue. But now let's see how this game is happening. Team Spirit entering the site, having quite a good job here, though. Utility usage, now they're able to plant the bomb. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, but... oh, okay, now they're able to plant the bomb. But the retake is happening, you know. Players, not only are they coming from connector, they're coming in from behind. There's no way in the world someone like Coldy, or no, Sothic should be expecting it, but Sothic does. He's gonna get the frag. And DreamEaters, I mean... if they would have killed Sotfic, this would be a much better round for them. But now things are going to get tricky as Team Spirit obliterating their opposition. Mince and Vladdy make that hole up to Mince, as now it is pretty much rip. That was a pretty good take from Team Spirit. You know what? It was pretty simple. The fact that he have one good smoke to actually block out the vision on the side. Throw the Molotov and Toxic. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I personally, when playing with a team, I really put a lot of emphasis of smoking off the bridge right here. It's very good when you're trying to enter from short, as then you're going to be having, most of the time, a bit easier time at planting the bomb. But the way Team Spirit entered the site was also pretty good. I personally, you know, when talking about music choice, I myself am sort of hip-hop type of guy, you know, hip-hop, chill-hop, the sort of music CS Summit was using at their event. Like, that is some solid music. I do hope my music choice is going to be as solid as Spirit's game here, because, you know, Mirage was quite horrible, so to speak. I hope Overpass is going to be a bit better for them. They already seem to be in a position to acquire more rounds than they did on Mirage. The lineup does happen, but that is still not good enough for D-Mod. I'm pretty sure... okay, Vladdy, he's making the best of what he can in that position. But still, this is going to be the round for Team Spirit. DreamEaters still trying to make it costly. I do respect that. Tactus, though. Yes, he spots out. He spots out one guy, but that's about it. Well, Team Spirit, I guess you could say they could get themselves a pat on the back, you know. They've already got the same amount of rounds as they did in the Mirage game. I hope Overpass is going to be a bit better for them. I hope so. I hope they're going to be having a better run. As now, DreamEaters on full-on eco. Good old-fashioned eco. I think, yeah, they're going to try to stack something. They're gonna try to stack the B bomb set. In fact, that's not that bad of a choice to be taken. The B bomb set, the thing I do love about it is that it has these two tight choke points, right? Short and monster. Even when you're stacking it, that could be very difficult for a team to enter on the T side, especially if they're going for straight up fast play. That's the thing, you know. In rounds like these, I don't really like fast plays. When you're making fast plays, more often than not, you're not gonna be checking all the angles, and that is where something like a stack can come in huge for a team that is doing set stack. If a team is not going to be checking all the angles, some of the pistol guys could just straight up come up from behind, can be missed, and then get some easy shots from behind. So overall, I like the way Team Spirit is approaching the round. And the way this approach is looking, still, at one point or another, they're going to have to make the choice. Like, where do they want to decide to hit? Which side it in fact will be. It could be the A side, it could still very much be the B side. I guess the sad thing for Spirit, they don't have one sort of throwaway player like a guy with a Mac 10 who can be a first man into a side. He could say, well, looks like it's a stack. Okay, guys, let's go into the other side of the map. Looks like they're not going to be needing said player, because now as they're entering the A side, they see, well, it's pretty much empty here, so why not plant the bomb? And from this point onward, be victors in a round like this. I don't think DreamEaters is going to win this one. And are they... Oh, okay, that's interesting. I was maybe thinking they're going to rotate back from connector, but they're going all the way toward the overpass as they're blocking all the way back to Fountain, and they're going to be able to cut off Dafkos. That's one player out. Trying to get more is the question. I don't think so, but Sotfik is still in pretty good position. They pick up the scout, but yeah, this is the round. This is the round for Spirit. As Mince is going to drop. That will be Spirit 3-0. Now, Simeon, I wouldn't say that they threw against Quantum Bellator Fire. That's the thing, you know, I'm not quite sure why a lot of people underestimated a team like QB Fire. Mirage is one of their strongest of maps. So to think that they're not going to be in a position to win a matchup like that is absolutely absurd. They are a good team. They've been able to crack with the best. And they have got that experience moving forward. Cobblestone, you know, the matchup that was against Avantgarde, pretty much every single time QB Fire met against Avantgarde, they lost. You know, they completely lost. Right? And they're not a very good map. They're not a very good team on that said map. And Spirit, you know, just weren't having any of it. Some of the spacing that they had, very little amount of refrags on their C side, and the way the players were positioned, and they just were not hitting the shots. So looks like Spirit is going to be having a better matchup here. So far, so good. That's a perfect flash being thrown out. Tactus has to back away, but he's still going to try to take the fight, and I do respect that. Not going to be giving away Toilet's control as easily as you might think. Tactus is going to kill Dima. And well, this is turning out to be quite the good setup here. Speed, yes, he's going to kill Sotfik. And this is the problem right now. Spirit, you're going for the one-on-one engagements, and so far, so good for DreamEaters. They killed 2. It's a 5 versus 3, 50 seconds on the clock. Kind of looking good for Team DreamEaters. Some Young though, they actually slid past through the cracks. There's no one really watching Monster, which means that he can actually even make his way towards water. Tactus though, he's in a pretty good position. Some Young could try to throw the smoke to actually block off his vision, but this smoke is on the site. And this round, it's not looking too good. Some Young and Cold can try to make this work. Some Young kills one, but there's speed up in heaven. And Coldy does retrieve the bomb, gonna try to plant it if possible, gonna try to take the fight as well, but so little time on the clock, and that is the round for DreamEaters. Tactus, oh, I'm sorry, not even Tactus, it's Speed actually getting those free kills in that round. Speed 4K, more like Speed 3K, but oh, I'm sorry, that was a horrible joke. I tried to make the best of it, but yikes. Let's forget that. Let's take a look at this upcoming round. The 5th round looking quite good for both teams. As Dima and... Oh, it happened again. It happened again. Team Spirit. Accidental knife? I do hope so. Well, DreamEaters. Again, they have an opportunity to win a round like this. Speed is on the sniper rifle instead of Tactus. I'm guessing it's because he tried to get an early engagement, but yeah, now they're going to try to change things up. Team Spirit, you know, they're playing relatively passively, I will admit. You know, right about now, they've actually made their way up in Fountain, and now they're going to try to take a bit more map control. They're already 40 or so seconds have passed, and a player like Some Young not having any of it. There's no one from the city side playing any sort of aggressive style of Counter-Strike. Both teams, in fact, playing relatively passively. Like, if you were to draw a line, no one has even contested this part of the map yet, which is interestingly enough. You know, Dafkos with a sniper rifle. Probably expecting him to try to clear out the angles. I guess that's what they were doing. But now, looks like they're just going to try to set up for a simple execute. The one problem is, though, I don't know if they actually spot out someone like Coldy up in connector. Good flash being thrown out. Coldy is able to make his way out of connector. He's going to have to throw the smoke, Molotov as well. Not the most amount of utility uses from Team Spirit, but now they will make the push onto the site. There's a heaven smoke, important one being thrown out. Sotfik is going to kill one. Guess for the second kill onto Vladdy. Not quite sure how that happens, but that is a good frag for Sotvic and Team Spirit. As DreamEaters now probably gonna try to take the side, tack the spots out the head, but it is such a hard shot to hit. I think if you're DreamEaters and you're not gonna be getting a frag anytime soon, think about backing away. There we go. Sotvic kills speed. And they should consider backing away. It's just that Tactus is stuck in this horrible position. He can't really do much. Mince, pardon me, should consider of backing away, but because he's got 100 points of health, he doesn't really have to run away that far away from the bomb. I think he might actually just survive it standing somewhere around here. Yes, he's going to be able to recover the AWP as well. Yes, just about gets it. But DreamEaters, that's a bit dissatisfying for them because, you know, we saw them win the first gun round. Absolutely insane stuff. Nice to see. But they lose the round after that, which means that their money is in shambles. They go for the investment yet again. And the lose money bonus, it has been reset. So if they're going to end up losing this round, they're just going to have to eco the next one. That's just how the economy game works so far. So you could call it the meta, so to speak. This is scary. For a player like Coldy, this is quite a scary position to be holding from. Especially in rounds like these where you're probably expecting the opposition to either have pistols or not a good buy. So Connector, especially for the T side, you really don't want to be pushing that part of the map. It's so difficult for a player from the T side that's coming up Connector. There's so many angles to check. It's simply put at it, not easy to clear. But if Coley's gonna be having backup from the teammates up there in heaven, it could work. Oh, pardon me, not heaven, up there in the upper park. It could be enough. Dima, there we go, gets the frag, as well as Coley himself. So they've been able to clear out Connector relatively unscathed. That is very good for Spirit. Admittedly, not so much for DreamEaters. It's already 3 versus 5. And where's Tactus with the op? Okay, he's back here towards toilets. It's just that is not going to be seeing any sort of action. Chehol, of all players, monster. That's not that bad of a position to be in, especially if Team Spirit is not going to be throwing any sort of flashes on the site, which could be the case. I myself adore this position. Flash do come through. There comes the max 7. Good for 1 frag. Could go for more. He's going to kill Dima. Chehol, that is a master play. But now it's going to come down to your teammates of Vladdy and Tactus. What can you do? I think they should try to go for the boost up. I mean, that would be the obvious choice. They would possibly prefer that spot. That's what I would expect from Team Spirit. But right now, Tactus, he needs to get the frag. But they're not giving away too much. I do like this from Team Spirit. They don't have to show away too much. Sotvic, though, he's actually showing up. Yeah, he's actually playing relatively well in this matchup. You know, in the Mirage game, people were saying, you know, he's not playing that well. But right now in Overpass, he's turning up. Daft Ghost hasn't been finding a lot of success. I guess we could call it that, but the rest of the guys, you know, kind of stepping up. And as I, mentioned previously, DreamEaters gonna have to go for an eco this time around. Chehol does buy up the CZ as well as Kevlar because he had a bit more extra money. But yeah, let's see. Samdayang rushing in with the Mac 10. This is good to see, right? For Team Spirit or any sort of T-side team, when they know they're up against an eco, it's good to have at least one of the players with the Mac 10. He can be the first man into a side, try to clear things out, try to see, oh, maybe there's a stack. And if that player dies, it's only the Mac 10 being dropped, and all remember Samdayang gets free frags, so he's able to get what? $1,800. That's $750 more than the Mac 10. And some teams, even when they know their opponents are an eco, they even go for these wacky buys where they have like 3 Mac 10s. I think 3 Mac 10s are a bit too much, but you know, some teams like to roll with them. Like back in the day, there was the LDLC lineup. And you know, the LDLC lineup still exists, but I think it had a bit different players. They didn't have existence on their side. They'd be going for UMP force buys constantly when the UMP wasn't that nerfed. Vladdy Doe, he's actually gonna drop dead. Daft Ghost. That's not even a no-scope. That was a quick scope from Daft Ghost. Very nice frag to get. Vladdy, you know, it wasn't really a player backing him up because I think Vladdy thought he had a good spawn. And he tried to go for the short pushes, except that the T's, they were a bit quicker. I saw one very nifty Molotov on on the Reddit, on the CSGO subreddit, where you can actually throw a Molotov from CT spawn to actually block off, to actually land the Molotov over here, so that could actually deter any pushes from the T side, and really wonder how that Molotov works in practice, though. There's that smoke in Orlando. Up in heaven? Oh, it misses. Never like throwing that smoke. There are a bit more easier ways to smoke off heaven. That is not one of them, but now DreamEaters. There we go. Coldie's gonna kill one. How on earth is Tactus not watching Connector? He had one job, and he wasn't able to do it, and now Speed on the save at this point. He has to save the rifle. That is his only goal in this round. Because winning this one, it's pretty much impossible, so to speak. He might just be able to kill D, which is nice. But that's about it from Speed. Maybe he's gonna be able to save that M4. That means that even though DreamEaters might have to go partial wide next round, they might just have a bit more extra firepower, and that is also quite good. Speed, though, he's actually making something out of it. Making the round a bit more expensive from Team Spirit, but he's gonna drop dead in the end. And DreamEaters, like I said, take a look at the money real quick. It's not looking that good for them. So the partial buy is an obvious choice, because the next round they're gonna be having maximum lose money bonus, which means if they keep around $2,000 right about now, they're going to be able to have plus 3,400 if they lose the round, which means that they can buy whatever their hearts desire. M4s, AWPs. Unlucky. Is the word I want to use right now, because we've been seeing DreamEaters stacking the B side. The one round they don't do it, that is when Team Spirit hit the B bomb side. That is quite dissatisfying, I will admit, for the DreamEaters boys. But yeah, that will be the round for Team Spirit yet again. I think DreamEaters should consider trying to put themselves in exit frag positions. That's actually cool, the smoke being thrown out. That smoke, I think, was deployed by one of the T's. That's what I'd say. And the good thing about it, even if there are T players, pardon me, CT players actually rushing out a connector, they're not going to be seeing T's that aren't there towards the monster, the deeper part of monster, which is quite cool. And it looks like DreamEaters, even though they kind of set up here for exit frags, Team Spirit are also playing this one clever. They don't really want to give away too much, so they themselves have now backed away here towards underneath the train tracks. That is actually very cool. That is very cool for Team Spirit. Well, TKM, we have to admit one very simple fact. DreamEaters, I wouldn't really consider them as a world-class team, you know. I wouldn't say that they're the very toughest of opponents for a team like Team Spirit to play in, because Team Spirit, we can say they're a pretty decent unit, right? And teams, they have those off games from time to time. And Mirage, you know, they were playing against QB Fire, arguably one of the better CS teams on Mirage. But it's overpass, and it's a whole different story on this map. They've been able to reset, and now look at this push, the confidence from Team Spirit. That is one thing we've also see Team Spirit lack on Mirage. They've been playing very much passively. You know, we saw a couple of rounds when they tried to go aggressive, but the problem is when they did get aggressive, that is where a team like QB Fire would be pushing something like a side, where 2 guys pushed up, or even 3 guys pushed up top middle. And from that point onward, we've just been seeing Team Spirit playing passively on those sites. Now, looks like the team has been revitalized. On overpass, playing fast, playing aggressive, and DreamEaters so far don't have much of an answer. I saw Team Spirit kind of respect their opponents at the start. You know, they've been playing this sort of slow style, but now they just rushed them straight up down monster towards B. But even so, nor in the previous game nor in this game, I was expecting some sort of stomp. You know, I wasn't expecting QB Fire. I was kind of hoping QB Fire should be the ones to claim victorious, but I didn't expect the scoreline to be 16-2. This, I expected DreamEaters to play also quite well, because they do like playing Overpass, as I have seen, but it looks like Team Spirit is just the better Overpass team so far. Look at this poor Vladdy. He was told to hold off long, but now he gets rushed down by 5 T players. What? Like, there's nothing much more Vladdy can do. I think he tried to go for aggressive peek as well, because he wasn't really near the tree or behind the rock. He was just out there in the middle of nowhere. Would have loved to see if someone from DreamEaters would have actually joined in, because I mean, in that scenario, even if there are 5 players rushing you down, like having a teammate close by could be maybe in a position to refrag if possible, or even just have a guy towards toilets who's also from the toilet spot watching connector, but also from time to time goes out to A long and helps out Vladdy if there is a play happening. Looks like Team Spirit right now just rushing on the side very easily, not even using a lot of their utility. We just saw one of that Molotov being thrown out, which didn't even land at its destination. And DreamEaters, again, they get overrun. Speed and Chehol on the B side. And Dima, though, he's coming up fast. He's going to rip off the head of Speed. And Chehol, take a look at his point of view. It's not looking good for him. Might just be able to live this one. Gotta kill Dafkos. Okay, that's quite good, Chehol, but yeah, that's about it. 10-1. And I'm also quite, again, surprised to see the odds are skewed in the favor of DreamEaters, oddly enough. Kind of like it was in the QB Fire Spirit matchup on Mirage, interestingly enough. I guess some people tend to use like chain logic, like, oh, QB Fire lost to Avantgarde, a lesser team. Well, I wouldn't really say Avantgarde is a lesser team, I'd say they're on a similar level. And maybe people are thinking, oh, Team Spirit versus QB Fire. QB Fire lose that much on Cobblestone, maybe they should lose on Mirage, something like that. I really don't know the thought process behind it, but chain logic, especially if you're a betting man, don't really apply to it. Team Spirit, though, they're actually playing a bit more with respect, surprisingly. They're actually respecting their opponents. They're not going out very fast as we had seen in the past. And what I do like, they've actually have a bit of a change up in the defense. They've actually got 2 players up in long, and look at this setup. One guy behind the tree, one guy behind the rock. It looks like the change up is going to work out perfectly for them. There we go, Tactus retrieves an AK. Could even get the op, spots out 1 player. Gotta be careful about that one. Oh, definitely so, TKM. That is definitely a possibility. But I do think so, especially if we're talking about this round. It's already looking quite good here for DreamEaters. Yes, Goldie's gonna get caught out. And, well, I'm pretty sure DreamEaters actually gonna be able to win this one. Someday in Dima. Look at this. 16 seconds on the clock. You're gonna have to make it way onto the side. The problem is, even though they smoke off Bank, they're probably gonna have to plan for something like Bank, because Speed's gonna drop 1. Dima's able to refrag, but look at the timer. There's very little to no time, and DreamEaters finally. It's been a long time coming, but they're able to win around here on the CD side of Overpass. 10-2. Still not a very good scoreline for DreamEaters. If they're able to somehow scrape the remaining, well, 3 more rounds, make it 5-10, then they have a chance, but so far it's just not looking good. 2 is simply not enough. Get the 5 rounds and then you could call it a day. Then you can definitely call it a day, but oi, how did that just happen? Sothvik kind of messing up the Molotov in a pretty big way. Oh, Mince though, he's gonna get the frag. Double op setup comes out here for DreamEaters. And even though Dafkos, he was ready to pre-fire, or at least set up his AWP to actually watch out short, he wasn't able to get the frag onto Mince. Mince had a very tight angle. This is interesting though. On the other side of Monster, I do believe that's... Oh, that's actually not Mince. That's another player with the M4. That's going to be Chechol, in fact. He's holding a pretty good position. I personally think, like, T's have begun to check the right side corner, as Sam Young just shows us. Being right behind, that's the end of Monster, I'd say is a much better position to be in, but right now, it looks like Team Spirit, with about 30 or so seconds on the clock, they're about to make the play, they're going to make the push, double ops, they're in not the best of positions, I'd say. Both of them being towards Graffiti Demon, though. That's quite the sick shot. Now they have to plant the bomb. Not sure why Sarfik, though, he's going to kill Speed. And at this point, yeah, just plant the bomb, Sarfik. You don't have to go for any more fights. You've got your teammates backing you up. That was quite the risky play from Sarfik. He doesn't have to kill that guy. Oh, but he is. But he's able to get it. And Tactus? Oh, jeez. This is horrible for DreamEaters. You're thinking, whoop, we got an early engagement going. We actually win the fight 5 versus 4. We are in a good position to win the round. Maybe. But it looks like Sotfix says nope. Sotfix has nope. Because he's able to get those 2 frags on the side. I mean, absolutely insane. Also, Sam Young's entry potential. Very sick as well. I'm pretty sure Team Spirit definitely consider hunting down Tactus Sam Young. Oh no, Sam Young! I was thinking he's gonna get the frag on Tactus, but apparently not. But as I was saying previously, I think Chechol would have had much more success, even against a player like Sam Young, if he would have positioned himself a bit more closer towards the monster area. Like, that angle is strong. Holding this one, it's, yeah, you can call it an off angle, but a lot of teams have been, and a lot of players that are going out of Monster have been checking it more so often. Tactus, though, yes, he's gonna be able to kill Sam Young, the first man entry. Not too short. And it's a good thing, you know, sometimes when players do get flashed behind that wall, some players will just jump down. But Tactus holds his ground. He's gonna hold his ground, crouch down. Then once the flash is over, he's gonna peek and gonna get the frag on Sam Young. Oh, no, I didn't really notice what was actually happening towards Fountain. Looks like Speed tried to go for a push here, but now that he drops dead, and at one point, looks like DreamEaters had so much intel, but now that intel is pretty much gone. The one player did such a good job, but... Wait. Not sure if this is worth it, though. Sotvik's gonna get the frag. Maybe would have actually liked to see the sniper rifle player actually try to go for that sort of peek. He was feeling the confidence, but now that's the problem. There's only one guy on the B side, that's Tactus, and he's gonna go for the play. He's actually throws a pretty decent flash. I think it actually bounces off the railing, the train track to be exact. So it's not as effective as it could have been. Cody's gonna miss the guy. Vladdy though, oh yeah, Vladdy, he's gonna get killed, and Mint's gonna get the up off well Speed. So I guess it's not that bad. It does look like we're seeing a repeat of Mirage, the way one T side was able to absolutely decimate the CT side. Spirit was on the receiving end on Mirage, if you do recall, but now them being on the T side of Overpass, they're looking very solid. Well, if you're DreamEaters, you still have a chance. You still have an opportunity to actually make the scoreline 12-3 if possible. It could be possible. Sheffield is able to kill one. That flash, the players still in water have been blinded. Minster with the MP7, the more unusual weapon in Counter-Strike. A lot of players are just going to opt to go for either the MAC-10, the MP9, or the UMP. Not a lot of times the MP7, even though it technically is the best SMG. The fact that it's able to, well, the way it's able to fire off, you know, it's got a pretty tight spread pattern. Isn't that hard to control? But Sotvic, don't tell me he's going to win this one. Probably not. Tactics got the angle. 3-12 for DreamEaters. Not as bad as I might have thought it to be. Would have been cool to see a 5-10 scoreline, but at least it isn't something like 14-1. That would be devastating. So they still have some rounds remaining for DreamEaters. That doesn't say much, but hey, better than nothing. But one thing we can actually make of the CT side defense of DreamEaters is just that they get completely decimated on the B side. You know, Team Spirit has been pretty much, of the majority of rounds they were able to win, was on the back of them actually pushing the B side, the piss round. I'd say the majority of the gun rounds, they haven't really contested the A side. And well, it's a bit dissatisfying for some players. I think as a confidence kicker for players like Chekhov hasn't been able to perform that well, but look at this push. Team Spirit, they don't even give a damn. They want to end this one as quick as possible. That's also the bomb being dropped. Aye, DreamEaters. I mean, they had not that bad of a play, but Sotvic, oh my goodness, Sotvic, what is he doing? Like, he's absolutely stepping up here. You know, the round, pardon me, not even the round previously, like, he was not the best player on the Mirage, on the CD side, but now he's stepping up massively for the team. Dafco's not having probably the best of games just because he's not having the sniper rifle in his hands most of the time, and when he does, it's just his teammates with the rifles that are able to entry. Well, DreamEaters, I completely understand I'm going for the force buy here. If they go for the force buy here, I presume they're going to go for the force buy. Wait, not sure why we go in that third person mode. It does look quite cool, the third person mode. Like for say, look at the players on the bomb sites. Look at this. That's actually quite cool. But yeah, if DreamEaters ain't able to win this one, the thing is, they're probably going to have to invest yet again. They're not going to be having the most amount of money. If they save up, then the scoreline is possibly going to be 15-3. In that scenario, there's going to be gun round for DreamEaters, but possibly the last possible gun round of the game, which is quite dissatisfying for DreamEaters. So force buy, if they end up losing this one, is understandable from my point of view. And from the players, I presume, they did make a lot of noise towards connector, but it does look like DreamEaters can focus towards A. They have a couple of those smokes. There are a couple of easy smokes you can actually throw from bathrooms, like towards that bench we saw a couple of those guys being. Pretty sure they're going to try to throw the smokes. Okay. That's quite an interesting smoke being thrown out. Oh, Baldy, he doesn't really want to open that one up. Oh, the lineup. Chekhov is able to get two. Right now, if you're Team Spirit, Dafkos able to hold on to the side. He's still alone. That goes for the push. Dafkos is going to be playing so aggressive. But he knows. He knows there's a player coming in from long, so I completely understand from his point of view. But speed, yeah, probably not the best position to try and plant the bomb, but at the same time, he has no idea where the remaining CTs could be coming from. They could be coming from, obviously, the B bomb side. They could be coming from bank as well as stairs. So do respect him trying to go for the insta bomb plant, but that is the problem for DreamEaters. Now they're just gonna have to go for a full-on eco and try to accomplish something on 15-3. Not a very good prospect here for DreamEaters. Gonna have to make off something. Fast play. Alright, they're actually gonna kill some Young. That's one player of the equation. I guess that's not a bad start here for DreamEaters. Overall, like I said, they only have like those Glocks. Tactics got the P250. But that's about it, really. If you're DreamEaters right now, I do kind of like the fact that they don't want to give away even a round like this that easily for the CTs. They're actually gonna play with their nerves, so to speak. That is very cool to see. And the fact that Team Spirit don't have a lot of map intel, they're gonna be pushing towards connector. Sotvik's gonna literally mince though. That is kind of expected. But what may not be expected for the Team Spirit side is that the B play is going to be a bit more quicker than they probably anticipate. They will probably plant the bomb here, DreamEaters. I mean, if that is the case, that's already a pretty good round for them. But looks like Team Spirit are now expecting it, and yes, the crossfires have been set up. So no bomb plant, which is a bit sad for DreamEaters. But like I said, you know, this is possibly the last round of the game. They will try to invest, just gonna try to make work of what they can with these AKs. And yeah, it's an important round to win for them. Otherwise, it's Team Spirit with the game. Young though, putting a lot of faith in his team hitting connector. I think he's gonna, yeah, they're gonna peek it at the best possible timing. Young, the bait works out perfectly. His teammate was pretty much the bait, and this round is pretty much maybe, okay, maybe it's not over as one might think. Vladdy and Mince are getting the frags. Dafkos though, he's in connector. Not the most optimal position for an op to be in, and he's gonna drop in fact, so now it's all up to Mince in this scenario. Gonna try to win against Caldi and Sotvik, and it's probably going to be that easy. The double P comes through 16-3 in favor of Team Spirit. I don't think a lot of people are expecting the game to go so dominant for one team, and Team Spirit absolutely wrecking the opposition. Whoa, go for the Spinneroonie. Oh, okay. So that is the game here. At least one of the games here being done. The third one to be exact. There's still going to be one more matchup. It is going to be Force versus Rave. Definitely stay tuned for that if you're interested to know how that matchup is going to end here at the Best.net Challenger Series. Our fourth best of one is coming.